the final objective should always be to empty out your inbox. How can you quickly empty out your inbox without missing important emails? We're going to learn about that. Now, my preference is always to use tasks, but sometimes that just doesn't work. So we're going to do that all within Outlook today. So stay tuned. This is a great and informative, brief message that any user can use to simplify their life. So why do we want to get to the bottom of our inbox? Our inbox is kind of a demoralizing area in our lives. We hate it when we have a ton of messages in there because people send us things and we miss them easily. So how can we streamline that without having to get the complication of task management involved? So let's go ahead and take a look. Here, just as an example, I've gone to Outlook.com and I happen to be using the free version of Office 365 to show you this example. So this is absolutely 100% free. So here within Outlook, I have a sample message that was sent to me, and notice here that I was CC'd on that message, okay? And I sent it from this email address. So how do I get this message into a place where I can read that later? So let's go ahead. The first thing we want to do is let's go click on folders here. Whoops. Click here and say create a new subfolder. And we're just going to put that subfolder underneath our inbox. And we're going to say here, read later. Okay. So that's easy enough, right? So there it is, read later. Now we're going to say every message that comes to us as a CC message, we're going to go ahead and make sure that that automatically goes into the read later bucket. So let's do a right click on this message, and we're going to go right down here to advanced options, create a rule. Click on create a rule, and now it's going to say always move the messages from Jeffrey Lush to this folder. Okay, so we don't want them just from me, we want them from anybody. So let's go ahead and change this up a little bit by clicking on more options. We click on more options, it's still looking for messages specifically from me. We don't want that, just hit discard. Now we're going to just create a new rule. And here within this rule, we're going to say read later CC messages. Okay, so that's what we're going to name. You can name this anything you want. The condition that we're going to add is we're going to say anytime I'm on the CC line right there. Okay, and then the action that we're going to take is we want to move that message right over here to read later. Now remember, you could have named that anything. Now we're going to say run this rule now so that we can see. Remember, I had the one message in there that had me as a CC. So we're going to say run that now and stop processing more rules. So just accept that and hit save. And now it's going to run the process, and then we're going to go out and verify that that message is good to go. If I want to edit this later, I can just go in here, and I'll show you that in a minute, and just close. Now the message is gone. Notice that the message is gone. Let's go to read later, and sure enough, there's the message. So let's test it one more time by sending another message to it. Here we've created a message in another email box, and we've added it to the to line, and we've made this sample to message. Now remember, the key here is that we want this message in the CC line. So here, we're going to drag that by hitting our left mouse button and just dragging down and releasing. We're going to put it right here in our CC line, sample to message. And let's go ahead and hit send. Now that message is going to come in. You're going to see that message appear real quick within this email. Well, we didn't even see it. It was that fast. And here, notice that we have a blue indicating that a new message has arrived. Let's click on that, read later, sample to message. There it is. Now this strategy or this concept can be applied to anything. So you can use it for example, any specific messages. You can filter on information within a message. You can do all types of things. So it's very powerful. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick. Remember, to get to there, you can go there. There's many ways to do what I'm doing. But here, I'm just going to do a right click here. I'm going to say, just create a rule. and I'm going to hit more options and discard. Then that gets me right back to all of my messages here. So here I'm going to edit that message. If I want to edit it, I can edit it, do whatever. I can add another action, or I can discard it, and I don't want to do anything else to it. And that is how you can easily manage message flow, so that you can have an inbox that's a little bit cleaner, and that you have these messages that you can read later.